Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be talking about a technique you can use called blind contour drawing. And this will help build the connection between sort of like when you see something and you want to make it look realistic. A lot of times what people struggle with is, they draw, but then they look at their page and it doesn't look like it should. And so this is something that can help you build that kind of like muscle memory between what you're looking at and making it look more realistic, right? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna just draw this without looking at your paper. And so I'm drawing a pumpkin and you're not gonna look at your paper at all. So it's gonna look weird. It's not gonna look like a great drawing. It's kind of hard to not look. So sometimes people will actually cover up what they're drawing to prevent themselves from looking. And what this really does, the reason that people, do this exercise, again, it's called blind contour drawing, is that it helps you to really look closely at your object. And you don't want to do what I just did where you lift your pencil off. You want to just keep going around the object. And again, like it's going to look, it's not going to look like great, right? But the whole point of it is to build that careful looking that's going to come in handy so much with other things that you're drawing. Because a lot of times you could have the best shading in the world, but if your actual object doesn't look correct, it's just not going to look very good. So what you want to build is sort of like that muscle memory where, you can just draw confidently. And, I'll talk in other videos about different strategies for how to build up some of these skills, but this is just one exercise that you can try of many. But the idea again is just that it really gets you when you're doing observational drawing. One of the most important things is that you're going to look at your object really carefully. So, okay, I hadn't looked at this the whole time. It looks a little bit odd, but it does look like a pumpkin, I think, for the most part. Another strategy you can try is, so notice I'm not actually taking, let me move this a little bit. I'm not taking my pencil off the page and I'm just loosening up, and I'm just going to kind of like let my arm just kind of like move around the page just like that, as if I'm almost like tracing the object. And I'm looking at it, I'm kind of looking back and forth between the pumpkin and my page. So I am looking here at the page. But this will also just kind of like help you loosen up. So a lot of times when people are starting out with drawing, they struggle with like constantly erasing and they get frustrated because you're just like going back and forth and you keep erasing a lot of the time. So, again, this is just another technique that this will help you loosen up and sort of build this idea of like muscle memory when it comes to drawing, where it just becomes automatic and you get to the point where what you're seeing and what you're actually putting on the page is correct. And I think it'll help you be less frustrated when you're drawing. So, just kind of like, and if you notice like how fast my arm is moving, so this is very different than like if you're just drawing like this. See how here, your wrist is barely moving. But in this kind of drawing, like notice how much my arm is moving. So this is like your whole arm is, and you can also hold the pencil like this too, right? So, this will also kind of like force you to loosen up. So this is a really good thing to try if you're one of those people that kind of is like a perfectionist and draws really tight. This will help you with kind of breaking out of that a little bit. And this is how, when you look at probably some of the other drawings that you see on YouTube, you'll see a lot of people will draw, like this more, they'll be going like this. So they're not doing this as much. They're not doing that all the time. Sometimes they're drawing with their arm like that, right? They're going around the object. And this is just another thing to try. So give this a try. Let me know how it goes. And I will see you next time.